If you want a new house in the Tampa area, there are some options, but Wesley Chapel is the one you guys ask about the most. So today we're gonna check out 2 different communities in the Wesley Chapel area. There's actually 10 communities that are actively building right now in this one town. No other town in the whole area has that much going on. But before we check those out, I want to talk a little bit about Wiregrass Ranch. So right now I'm in the shops at Wiregrass. This whole area, you see Wiregrass names all over the place. I went down quite the rabbit hole for you guys last night to try to understand where all this came from. So Wiregrass Ranch, like I said, you see these names everywhere. And the Wiregrass Ranch was originally owned by the Porter family. The Porter family bought 14,000 acres in 1942. And this same story exists kind of all over this county. Big family owned a bunch of land, had a bunch of cattle, had a bunch of citrus, then eventually they start selling it off to developers. Whether that's over closer to Newport Richey, you've got the Mitchell family, the Starkey family, you have the Bexley family there in Land O'Lakes, and over here it was the Porter family. The story of how it became known as Wiregrass Ranch is kind of funny too. Actually, somebody just wrote it on a postcard because they didn't know what else to write. They wrote about the grass that was wiry. So kind of quirky how it got its name. The Porter family has sold off a lot of pieces of this, starting with the Saddlebrook Golf Resort neighborhood. That was one of the first neighborhoods in the whole Wesley Chapel area. So they started with 14,000 acres. Now they still own 5,000 acres right in the area. You still see a lot of empty space in between all of this. So they sold this to a developer to build this mall, but before that they sold just south of here to a big developer to build a big neighborhood called Meadow Point. They've donated pieces for hospitals and schools, and you see the Wiregrass name throughout the entire area. The Porter family still stays very connected with what happens to their land. That's something they're very proud of. Okay, so let's hop in the truck. We're gonna check out the first neighborhood, Persimmon Park at Wiregrass Ranch. So I wanted to explain the Wiregrass part because you see it even as part of these neighborhood names. So Persimmon Park has 2 builders going right now, David Weekley and ICI. Both building some really cool homes. So let's go check it out. So David Weekley is the first builder we're gonna check out. They have 2 different styles of homes they're building in Persimmon Park. One they call the Cottage series, which has a rear entry, like an alley in the back, and has that kind of bungalow feel with a big, nice front porch, garage in the back. The other Garden series has the garage up front and bigger footprint. So the Cottage series starts at $450,000 and the Garden series starts at $525,000. I hope we can get inside of both of them. So this neighborhood, Persimmon Park, is in the midst of a lot of other new construction. Estancia just across the street and Esplanade just down the other way. So we're in the David Weekley section here. These are the Cottage series. So you have, entry that comes right up to the sidewalk, no garage in your front, no driveway in the front. There is some additional parking on the streets. If you have people over, you don't want them to have to go back through your alley, through your garage. It is a really nice vibe though, and it's become very common that these neighborhoods have a bunch of preserved space, have a bunch of watershed space, trails that go through all that, and this neighborhood is like that as well. I actually wonder if that's something that is important to the Porter family as they've sold off so much land. I mean, at a certain point, I would just think, just give me the money. So I understand either side of it. I'm happy though that they are still involved in the process. This is the Lennox Model. It's part of the Garden series with the garage in the front. This is actually the model. So they have offices here right now. You can kind of show you how it will get closed up. So this wall here will get closed in, and then the garage access will be right over here. But let me just walk you through the whole house. So as you come in, there's a little bedroom, could be used as an office right here. Does technically have a closet. But one thing you'll see in this model is there's a lot of flexible space. I like that about it. Out here, stairs going up, super high ceilings throughout. It really feels like a modern house. You come into a wide open kitchen with some unique angles. Kitchen goes right over to the dining room. Long gone are formal dining rooms. Now we have, a semi eat-in kitchen and a nice dining room in the same room. They're out here doing some work, but nice patio back here. Not a huge backyard, but definitely enough space for a pool. David Weekley is also really good about, giving you the option to add in accent walls or those kind of things. So this model is 2,900 square feet. This one would sell for right around 700,000. All right, let's go upstairs. Huge open ceiling up here. As you can see, I like that kind of open, airy feel. The stairs along an exterior wall that you get a lot of more natural light in right there. So I grew up in small town Oklahoma. People have big basements. We don't have basements here, but occasionally you'll have something that feels kind of like a basement to you, this like loft space. Whether this was, for me right now, this would be like the homeschool room, but have a little home theater set up, have a playroom for your kids. If two of you work from home, one of you can have the office downstairs, one of you can have this. More flexible space. Okay, let's check out the primary. Nice, big, open primary with the tray ceilings. Not super fancy tray ceilings, but it's all done nice and modern, kind of minimal feeling. Big master closet in here too. Sorry, I shouldn't say master. Windows in the closet. I don't know why that is like a nice touch to me. I just want more light. There's a couple of rooms in my house right now that are just dark certain times of the day, and it really bugs us. Okay, primary, suite bathroom, just a shower in this one. Now there's all kinds of options where you could do the shower and a tub, but nice and open, but pretty simple, just like the rest of the house. All right, we got a few more bedrooms. This is a 4-bedroom home. So this would be your spot right here. Then you've got the kids or you've got company down here. Laundry room is right here in the middle of all this, which has obviously become a bigger, more popular thing to do, to have your laundry upstairs by the bedrooms. First bedroom right here, pretty simple guest bedroom, but pretty sizable closets actually. Maybe you've got a son with a big sneaker collection, perfect for him. In between these 3 bedrooms, there's a full bath with a tub. And then the last 2 bedrooms here. Honestly, the bedrooms are all pretty similar to each other. With David Weekley, you do have really interesting options like these different colored doors, those kind of things. Their design team actually does those things really well. Okay, let's go just look at the kitchen a little bit closer and then we'll check out outside. So the typical garage here in the front in the garden series, we're gonna go check out a cottage now. These have nice backyards too. The neighbor has already put a pool in with the big screen, and some of these are gonna have nice views and you're gonna pay for that. So this one being around 700 whenever they come around to selling this model, has a nice preserve view in the back, has a nice pavered backyard. Obviously if you buy one of these, it's not gonna come pavered like that. The pool's not gonna be there, but you might have the view of the preserve or just some open space behind you. Some people are really torn on whether they want preserve or water. And with the second neighborhood we're gonna look at today, there's a lot of water views there. So I think you guys will like that. Okay, let's go to the cottage. This is one of the cottage series homes. It's actually just across the street from the playground, the swimming pool, and the dog park. Super cool. So no garage in the front, like I said. Just walk right out, down the steps, you're on the sidewalk. It's kind of cool. Okay, so they just finished this house. We've got 2 bedrooms right off the front, but let's look at the main areas first. This is set up kind of like a dining area. It's what I imagine people would use this for. It almost feels like a dining room, but not enclosed all the way. As you keep coming through here, the kitchen is open into this big space. So you could be flexible with this space. You could do dining here, and you could do a little office in there. Or you know what they call those in old Florida homes? Dens. I don't know why they call it a den, but it just stands out to me. So we've got laundry here right off the kitchen, and a nice big kitchen for the size of this home. We've got quartz counters, we've got nice cabinets. So this one is listed for $489. Has some upgrades. The floors are one of the upgrades. The counters are nice quartz, but like the cabinets, they're not soft close. They're a little more builder grade. Even the doors, everything's just kind of white and gray. Okay, so the primary bedroom is right here off of the front door. This is only a 2-bedroom house, but it has that kind of cottage neighborhood vibe that you might really love. Pretty big primary bedroom right here with a big primary suite. Coming all the way through to a big closet back here. Obviously, the toilet room. Again, just like the other one that we saw, this is shower only, and there is another bathroom with a bathtub. That's really common with a lot of these builders now, and a lot of people actually in their primary bathroom want just the shower. Even though this is a smaller home, only 2 bedrooms, it does still have, you know, the double vanities, kind of the things that you would expect in a newer home. So the other bedroom is just on the other side of the front door, so you still have that kind of split plan. But this is a pretty small bedroom. Yeah, you could fit a queen size bed in here, maybe a little dresser. Even the closet is pretty small. You're definitely paying for the vibe and for the feeling you get in a little cottage home like this. I actually even like that the series is called Cottage. It makes this feel like quaint and charming. Usually quaint and charming in real estate language means it's old and it's too expensive. So it's very different. So going out the back door, there is a little backyard and driveway right next to it that goes into the garage. Okay, we're still in Persimmon Park, but we're going to a different builder now, ICI. I kind of think of ICI as like the anti-Florida builder. They don't do simple stucco, they don't do columns, they do more like old Southern style homes. That's kind of how I think of them. I mean, a lot of people would call them craftsmen. Call it whatever you want. Let's go check some out. As you can see, this house behind us, this is their model home right now. It's kind of that craftsman-y, Key West, kind of Southern style. You don't often see that around here. You see a lot of simple stucco, especially in bigger neighborhoods like this. So bringing ICI into this neighborhood, I think was a good move. Another neighborhood you may have been interested in that ICI built a lot of homes in is Astoria in Odessa. You can see some shots right there of Astoria. I love their homes. 2-story, kind of non-typical looking for the area. Very craftsman-y, Key West looking, really charming homes. Most of the ICI homes are 2-story and the price range is really high 500s up to the high 700s depending on how much you want to do. Also, most of these are rear entry. Just like the Cottage series with David Weekley, ICI does a lot of rear entry stuff to have this kind of charming front porch vibe. These ones are also facing the community center, the pool, the dog park, and the playground. So you really get a unique vibe. And overall, this is not a very big community, so you can kind of get that vibe wherever you are. But we still have another neighborhood to check out. So we're in Persimmon Park. We saw David Weekley. Now I'm showing you these ICI homes. We're not gonna go into the ICI today, but now we're gonna go over to River Landing and River's Edge. Taylor Morrison only neighborhood. We have a client that is about to close on their home that they're building. We'll get to show you some of that as it is happening, but I want to show you the neighborhood overall. As I said before, my in-laws live in Pinellas County. They live in Tarpon Springs. They think of this area out here, Wesley Chapel, they think of it as so far away. They also think of it as very rural. It's really developed and boomed in the past 20 years. It also doesn't feel as spaced out as people would often think. People often ask, like, is Wesley Chapel way out there? Or even like, are there grocery stores nearby? Are there shops nearby? Like, yeah, this is like a nice town. Yeah, you get out onto these roads where it's a lot of neighborhoods, a lot of these bigger developments, but the whole area feels very thoughtful and spread out in a really like comforting way. Not like it feels like it takes forever to get somewhere. No, you just drive down a few roads and you're there, but everything's still really accessible. Okay, right now we're in River Landing. You see where it is on the map right there. So 2 neighborhoods, River Landing and River's Edge, 2 different neighborhoods, but Taylor Morrison is building all of it. River's Edge has its own entrance and there's even a gate in between the 2. So the biggest difference, River's Edge, the houses are a little bit bigger and all of them have water views. They've made the watersheds within there like these little canals so that everybody has a water view. We have a client under contract for a house here in River's Landing. He kind of wanted River's Edge, he thought he did, but then once he saw that, he realized he wanted a preserved view, like a view of nothing, like just trees behind him instead of water. So this area has mixed views, which is really nice. So price ranges here, we're gonna check out a couple models, but price ranges for for these Taylor Morrison homes in River Landing are going to be $550,000 up to $1 million, depending on what kind of upgrades you do. So we're gonna check out the Antigua right now. This is a 4-bedroom house, 2,300 square feet. It's definitely on the smaller side for the neighborhood. So Taylor Morrison builds a very consistent product. I like that about them. Right when you come in the front door, you have 1 bedroom over here, 1 bathroom. As you come in, you have this kind of flex office space, kind of den space, very similar to what we saw in those David Weekley homes, actually. Ceilings are nice and high throughout, little tray features. You come right into the kitchen. You know, builders in the Tampa area have been building houses that are kind of a shotgun for a while in the Tampa area. What I mean by shotgun, so where I grew up, there are old shotgun houses that were built in like the 40s. Comment down below, why do you think they're called shotgun houses? Because there's a couple different stories that go along with that. But anyway, it's just kind of one tunnel back here from the front door, the flex space, kitchen, dining, living room. But once you're in here, it actually feels really nice. Big island here. Obviously, this is a model, so everything's upgraded a bit more. This is the solid white quartz. They've got gray cabinets throughout. One thing I love about this neighborhood overall is they have natural gas. That's a big deal, and they have to get it in for the neighborhood in the beginning for it to be an option for everybody. So you have natural gas ranges, you have natural gas hookups out on your lanai, even your hot water tank, your furnace, all that could be natural gas. So back here at the back of the property is the owner's suite. Big bedroom. Some of these are gonna have sliders that go out to the lanai. There's no pool out there, but it is like a space where you could see what it would look like with a pool. This one just has windows that look out there. Nice tray ceilings in here. Some of those extra touches that I know people really like. And then the bathroom right here. Nothing too special about it, honestly, but one difference here is we have a shower and a tub. And those others, specifically the David Weekley homes, it was just shower. All kinds of options you have, but this is the smaller version of the homes being built in this neighborhood, the Antigua. Okay, so coming out onto the lanai, nice pavers down here, and they have a big screen around the whole area. You can see kind of how big of a pool you could fit back here really easily. Also in the model, they've built out this outdoor kitchen. This is something you could add really easily through the design center, you know, as you're going under contract for one of these homes, but often they're building in the hookups no matter what. So if there is water coming in, there's some kind of sewer, there's a gas line, and there's electric setup out here. This home does have a preserve view. This is what we would call a preserve view. There's no homes behind. It's kind of swampy. It's very kind of wild Florida. I like this behind the house because it gives a place for the water to go. That's one of the big features of it. It really is. Okay, a couple more features I want to show you about this specific home that I really like. Just off of the kitchen, we have like a butler's pantry. So this little area in between the kitchen and this flex space, you have additional counter space, you have a big pantry. It's not much, just kind of a pass through, but this additional space on the counters, for me, it's like the Instant Pot. I want the Instant Pot to come out of the kitchen. I want to go somewhere else when we're not using it. So this is a good place for those appliances that you use a lot, but you don't want out in your kitchen. So I really love this feature, but there's more bedrooms, one in the front, there's 2 over here as well. Bathroom right here for these bedrooms and for all the guests. And then right across the hallway, you have the laundry. 2 bedrooms back here, kind of smaller bedrooms, perfect for kids, guest rooms, those kind of things, with the bathroom right there. Okay, so come with me through the laundry room, and you're all of a sudden in the owner's suite closet. So their bathroom's right here, you go right through your closet, toss your laundry in there. That's super nice. Everybody has easy access to the laundry. So the one other bedroom we haven't seen is this one right off the front door. This would be the perfect spot for your guest bedroom. They have their own bathroom right here. Nice big bedroom, nice view of the front. This would be the spot for your guests. Okay, now we're at the Tortola model. This is a 5-bedroom, 3-car garage house. I like that the garage is offset. It's not the big garage door facing the front of the house. There's a single-car garage over here, but the 2-car is offset. I like that. So right when you walk in, you don't feel like you're in a Florida suburb house. This feels different, it feels open, it feels really unique. So we have the stairs right when you walk in. I like the open railing. All these are upgradable options. This is a really cool setup. Super high ceiling right here in the entryway. let's come on in. As you come in, the living room, it opens right into the kitchen. We have a nice little bar set up over here. Big island with plenty of seating space. Since this house is over 3,400 square feet, there's just space for a lot of stuff. So the kitchen's nice and big. Even the space between the kitchen and the living room is nice and wide. Even the space in here is nice and wide. Over into your dining area, there's a lot of space to use in this house. So right here off of the kitchen is the single car garage. You could do whatever you want with this, right? For me, that would end up being a little gym. Okay, so I think the primary bedroom is on the main floor here, so let's check this one out. Some of these have primaries on the main floor and the second floor. This is definitely the primary. Again, just windows out to the pool area. Nice pool, we'll check that out too. But nice spacious bedroom into the bathroom. Also, just a very big footprint in here. There's a lot of space. If this shelf wasn't here, you could have a little couch or something. This is a big bathroom. So they cut the bathtub in this one and just went for the upgraded shower. Again, this is just a model home, so they're just showing you everything they can do. Big walk-in closet attached here as well. So just off the front door here, when you walk into your left, you have another bedroom right behind me. You have laundry down here by the bigger garage. So come in and check this bedroom out. This is your guest suite with the bathroom attached. This could also be an office. It wouldn't be that bad of an idea to have a bathroom right by your office. For me, I go inside from my office to go to the bathroom, and the kids just want to talk. There's stuff going on in there. There's stuff they want to include me in. So having a bathroom right by my office would be really nice. Okay, we're gonna head upstairs. Nice big view from up here. It almost reminds me of like a John Hughes movie, how like open and nice this is. One big bedroom here on the front with the ensuite bathroom. So I don't think there's another primary up here, but a lot of these bedrooms do have ensuite bathrooms. Creates a lot of flexibility for how you can use them. All right, couple more bedrooms up here. We're not gonna look at all of them, but I wanna look at this one in the back. Okay, not a bedroom. This is your surprise flex space. The David Weekley house had it in the loft. This one just has a room that could be used as a theater room, as an office. Still have the nice high ceilings upstairs. This is a really cool space. All right, now your favorite part is probably gonna be the pool. And you've got a beautiful pool here with an upgraded screen. Look how that's just wide open. There's no bars going down in the middle. Taylor Morrison is really good about recommending these kind of upgrades to people. We have other clients that have done this same kind of screen, and it's really, really nice. So out here, you've got some seating areas, you've got dining areas, cooking, and you have even more lounging space, seating space over here to really enjoy this outdoor living. This is probably an additional 1,000 square feet of covered space that you could actually really enjoy a lot of the year. Today's September 10th. It's pretty warm out here, but if my feet were in the pool, I think I'd like it. Okay, so River Landing and River Edge have the River Club. It's their amenity center. They have pools, they have a soccer field, dog park, big playground for the kids. They have basketball courts, tennis courts, pickleball courts, all kinds of stuff. And one of the things that this neighborhood is really known for is actually the trails. There's all kinds of trails throughout that go across these beautifully preserved areas. You can see a lot of that from this drone footage right here. So Taylor Morrison is still building in this neighborhood, and then the other builders are still building in Persimmon Park. Persimmon Park they've done a few phases, and they're gonna keep doing more. There's a lot of space around all these neighborhoods too. They could grow even bigger, but if you miss these ones, you're not ready to buy yet, there's gonna be more new construction here in the Wesley Chapel area. As always, we would love to hear from you. Call, text, or email anytime. Thanks for coming by.